So, when I picked Kevin up from the airport on Sunday night, we fell into a conversation about the South. He's from Virginia, and I mentioned how I had followed a girl to North Carolina and lived there. Our conversation moved on to Wilmington, the Outer Banks, the Atlantic Ocean, and geography generally. But then, 5 or 10 minutes later, he asked, what happened to the girl? Don't worry, I didn't tell him, and I'm not going to tell you. But what struck me about this question is something I've noticed about Kevin over the last few days. A sincere interest in the lives of those around him. Of course, this means that Kevin's a nice guy and a good conversationalist and all kinds of other laudable qualities, but that's not my point. My point is that observing this in Kevin reminded me of something fundamental to writing fiction, something that I think can be easy to lose track of. It's first and foremost about a genuine interest in the lives of others. That and, of course, the question, what happened to the girl? From my experience reading Kevin's book, I think it's safe to say that as a writer, his interest in the lives of others is predicated upon a real desire to forge meaningful connection and understanding between reader and narrative. The characters in The Yellow Birds aren't just complex and fully realized and whatever other writerly term one wants to use, but they are, in a word, deeply human. Repeatedly, Kevin has mentioned the power of literature to help one feel less alienated in the world. This can be hard to remember in an academic setting, but I think he's right. This is one of the great powers of literature. And as a reader, I think experiencing those moments of connection are the highest praise one can give a book. Without a doubt, The Yellow Birds affected such a connection in this reader. The Yellow Birds, of course, won the 2013 Penn Hemingway Award, but it also won the Guardian First Book Award and was a finalist for the National Book Award in Fiction. In an interview with The Observer, Dave Eggers said, "The Yellow Birds is the best thing I've read about the war in Iraq, and by far the best novel." In a review with the New York Times, Ben Percy writes that Kevin Powers has something to say, something deeply moving about the frailty of man and the brutality of war, and we should all lean closer and listen. I agree, so let's all lean closer and listen. Please welcome Kevin Powers.